Hey team, on the couch, it's my old mate Wiggy, Craig Wiggins, and once again you've been busy and
Yeah,
you've got so much stuff lined up.
yeah.
You wear way more hats than I do, and I get grief about how many I wear. It's all good stuff though, mate. You're doing wonderful things. So tell me about your recent endeavours, and I know that you have just spoken to some groups of people, and you're really excited about the feedback that you received.
Yeah, it's not just me that's doing this though. I've got a heap of good guys, Bruce Taylor and Farmlands here in Ashburton and Slade McFarlane, Jason Herrick and a few others helping us out. But and lots of support coming from industry as well. But I've just been and did a farm talk day on mental health up at Culverden for Farm Right. And it was amazing. We had about 45 people there, lots of different ethnicities. And through the work I do at Lauriston School and other stuff that we've been brought to our attention and whatever with Wiggy, we realise that the ethnicities that we have in this, well, the changing environment that Canterbury is, especially at the moment, and probably nationally too, we really need to make sure that we encompass those different ethnicities, religions, cultures, whatever you want to do. And make sure they feel a part of our community. Get them involved in the schools, because in some of their countries, schooling, you don't go anywhere near the schools. But in New Zealand, we want them on the fundraising, PDAs. We want them to come and celebrate the successes, and feel like they can come in. And I know Lauriston works really hard in this space. We really want to have that cultural input, because it's a great way for our kids to experience all the stuff from all around the world. Like just that little school there, for example, we have Nepalese, and I think there's 13 different ethnicities.
Wow, yeah,
in a school
yeah,
of around 100 kids.
yeah.
So that's amazing. So it was really good, and we did I did a workshop or two, and some stuff about looking after themselves with mental health, and yeah, it was great. And I'm not going to tell you how much of a workshop was there, because some of these people need to be involved and see what's there firsthand.
Yep.
But look, honestly, I got 3 messages from the staff that we worked on that night when I got home, and they were just so grateful. And so it's pretty empowering stuff. And I always say the more you give, the more you get back. So I'm pretty lucky in that space. I mean, if sentiments and thanks were worth dollars, I'd be a millionaire.
That's cool.
Yep.
You've got a trip overseas coming up.
Yeah,
That's
boy.
exciting.
Yeah. This once again, I was really lucky to meet a guy at the field days comparing the golden pliers, Walmart golden pliers, and fencing competitions and stuff. Luke Gibson's his name. We struck up an accord. He's from Indianapolis. He's got a big ranch over there, and he does a lot of fencing and imports a lot of New Zealand strain right products and stuff to America. And he's an ex-rodeo guy too. So we struck up an accord and had a couple of beers while we were up there. And he said, "Geez, I'd really like to get you to the States, and I'd really like to buy some of that gear." So I put him in touch with the people that produced the Lean on the Gate gear, and he imported a heap of stuff there. And then I woke up on my phone. There's a message from him at 6 o'clock the other morning. What's it going to take to get you to the States, into Indianapolis in the first week of October? And I went, oh, yeah, some jokes are a little bit early in the day, but no, he's serious. He wants me over there comparing and commentating a fencing conference and competition in Indianapolis, and he wants me to sit around a campfire at night and do mental health work around Lean on the Gate, talk to a mate. I've given him my logo. He's printing shirts and getting that message around the state. So I'm pretty humbled by that. It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
I said to him, he'll be our North chapter. So yeah,
That's way cool.
That is really cool.
So he in America, they're not immune. They've got similar issues.
No, not at all. I mean, we had Corrigan Salmon come to one of our Zoom meetings. We were running through COVID, and he did a trip around the world as part of the Nuffield Scholarship, looking at how farmers think and the way we mentally work. And we're the same all around the world. Farmers have bred farmers intergenerationally for centuries. And so we all think really reactively, and because that's the way working in livestock and stuff is, and teaching people to respond rather than react is a real need. But yeah, farmers think like farmers all around the world, and Corrigan proved that in his study. But yeah, honestly, Luke was really appreciative of the work I've done. He's been following me ever since the field days, and he just said, "Come on over, mate. We could do with your stuff there. This Lean on the Gate needs to go global."
Wow.
And it only what I have found with this is, and everywhere we go, people just want to help, and we're just trying to enable that help. And we've got some big stuff coming up, which is looking forward to doing that in the future. Having a lot of people being able to put their spin on lean on a gate, talk to a mate, and help their communities.
Brilliant. All right, but before you go, I saw a wee bit of footage at the harness racing event that you were involved with, Mark Purdon, a Q&A.
Yeah.
How did that whole night go?
Oh, we had an amazing day. The Papanui Club, and I know Matt Markham and a few were there. Big auctions, Wendy Morrison and Stephen O'Driscoll. There are a couple of big players up there in Christchurch, and they raised a lot of money for myself and Racetrack Support, Andrew McCuro, or my charity, I should say. And so from there, we're going to have on the 17th of August at Addington at 7 p.m. We're inviting anybody that's involved in equestrian, from rodeo to racing, dressage, show jumping, harness racing, driving, whatever you do, whether you're a rider, a trainer, a parent, a coach. We want you to come to Addington on the 17th of August, 7 p.m, Terra to Love Lounge. We're going to have sports psychologist Slade McFarlane's going to talk about how to handle high pressure after you leave sport. We've got some amazing equestrian athletes as well to talk about their journey through mental health and how they've handled pressure. I'm going to do social media and communication, and then Andrew McCuro from Racetrack Support will look after the final part. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome, mate. So how do people get involved in that? Just rock up?
For catering reasons, I'd really like people to register. We're going to put a Facebook post up next week. We'll create an event once we get the flyers and marketing done properly. It's been a bit of work to get this over the line, so don't have a lot of time to advertise it, but sometimes striking hard at the end is best, and go from there. I might not be around next week. We're going to Wairoa. Slade and I are heading to Wairoa to do some mental health work up there for farmers. We're doing an Agri Connect Day where we talk to the rural service industries on Friday. Car Family are setting up the van for us to use to check health there, so that's going on up to Wairoa as well. And then Friday night, Slade's he's talking about rugby and I'm talking about rodeo and announcing. And then the week after that, we're going to be in Taranaki doing the fencing conference with, once again, the Car Family Foundation. So, there's a little bit on. Oh, I've got a couple of days clerking in the middle of it too. I did promise my wife I wouldn't be around, and that's why she said yes.
Brilliant. All right. Must thank our sponsors too, the Wiggy slot, Euro Agri. Big thanks to the guys up there. Appreciate the sponsorship. Thanks for all the good work you're doing. Thanks for swinging by. And I might challenge you to do a wee an away spot, and maybe even interview Slade and get some reaction from him for the page as well. Yeah, no worries. I'd look forward to that. Hey, thanks for your support, everybody. Please, there's a lot of equestrians in Canterbury and mid-Canterbury. Come on up. We're doing this because we know there's a few issues floating around always, and we just want to look after you. So come on up. Good man. Cheers, Wiggy.